It's been 30 years, and I haven't been sick. At 92, I still drive. I still remember everything. And no, it's not luck. It's because of 5 habits so simple, they seem impossible. Habits most people ignore. But science says they can extend your life and keep your mind sharp. Want to know what they are? Then don't miss this. I used to wake up stiff, legs heavy, head foggy. Once I even tripped over my own slippers. That's when I knew. Aging wasn't just about getting old. It was about how I started my day. So I changed everything. Now every morning, before my feet touch the floor, I begin to move. Not to exercise, not to stretch, but to send a signal, a message to my body. We are alive. We are awake. We are ready. I lie back. 3 deep, slow breaths, filling my lungs, clearing the fog. I wiggle my fingers, feeling each joint wake up. I flex my toes, rotate my wrists, circle my ankles. 90 seconds. That's all it takes. Sounds too simple, doesn't it? But 30 years later, I've never missed a morning. I'm 92 now, still strong, still driving, still sharp, and not once, not even once, have I fallen. But this isn't just a habit, it's a shield against aging, against stiffness, against weakness. And here's why it works. When you wake up, your blood is thick, your joints are stiff, and your nervous system is still half asleep. Most people jolt out of bed, rush into the chaos of the day, and their bodies pay the price. But not me. I give my body a gentle whisper instead of a violent shove, and science backs me up. Studies from the National Institute on Aging prove that gentle morning movement improves circulation, reduces the risk of falls, and keeps your mind clear all day. But let me tell you a secret. It's not just about the movement. It's about the message. The message you send your body. I care. I'm here. We're alive. Most people think aging is about losing strength. Aging is about losing connection. Connection with your body, connection with your mind. I haven't lost either because I choose to start my day connected. Tomorrow morning before your feet touch the floor, try it. Don't rush, don't stumble, don't jolt yourself awake. Give yourself 90 seconds of quiet power. Breathe, move, wake up like you mean it. Because here's the truth. It's not age that makes you weak. It's neglect. And 90 seconds could be the difference between living and just surviving. 3 decades, no sickness, no medication, just this, my golden glass. Every morning before coffee, before chaos, I drink it. Not a fancy supplement, not a magic potion, just warm water, fresh lemon, a pinch of turmeric, and a dash of black pepper. 4 simple ingredients, but together they've kept me healthy for 30 years. When I was 62, I was always sick. Sinus infections every winter, joints that ached like rusty hinges. Until I read about turmeric, nature's most powerful anti-inflammatory. But I learned something else. Turmeric alone is almost useless. Your body can't absorb it, unless you add black pepper. Just a pinch, but it boosts absorption by 2,000%. So I tried it. Warm water to wake up my system. Lemon for vitamin C, a natural immune booster. Turmeric to fight inflammation, and black pepper to make it all work. Within 2 weeks, my joints felt looser. My digestion was clear. And one morning, I realized something incredible. I hadn't been sick, not once. 30 years later, I'm still here. Strong, sharp, driving at 92. But here's the truth. This isn't just a drink. It's a shield. It's a message I send my body every morning. We are strong. We are protected. Most people wake up and reach for coffee, for sugar, for stress. They jolt their bodies awake and wonder why they feel tired. I start with strength. I start with clarity, and science backs me up. Studies show that lemon boosts immunity, turmeric fights inflammation, and black pepper makes it 2,000% more effective. That's not a guess. That's science. And here's what most people get wrong. They think it has to be complicated. It doesn't. Health isn't about expensive products. It's about small, consistent habits. Habits that whisper, I care about you. So tomorrow morning, before you rush into the noise, try it. Warm water, half a lemon, a pinch of turmeric, A dash of black pepper. Stir, sip, and feel it heal you from the inside out. Because health isn't a matter of luck. It's a matter of choices. Simple, quiet choices you make before the world wakes up. I'm 92. I still walk every day. No cane, no fear. And I haven't missed a single day in 30 years. Not because I'm lucky, but because I made a choice. A choice that has kept me strong, steady, and sharp. But I didn't always know the secret. In my 60s, I thought I had to run. I believed in sweat, in struggle, in pain. Until one cold morning, I pushed myself to jog, felt a sharp pain in my knee, and limped home. That's when I asked myself, why am I fighting my own body? The next day, I tried something different. I walked, slowly, gently. I felt the cool air fill my lungs, the ground steady beneath my feet. My shoulders relaxed, my mind cleared. And I realized walking isn't a backup plan. It's the foundation. Science agrees. Studies from Stanford show that just 20 minutes of walking boosts memory and reduces inflammation. Another study found it lowers stress by activating your vagus nerve, your body's natural calming switch. But for me, it's not just science, it's survival. Walking is my promise to my body. I will not abandon you. I will not let you stiffen, weaken, or fade. Most people think aging is about losing strength, but that's a lie. Aging is about losing connection. Connection with your body, your mind, your breath. I haven't lost any of it because every morning I step outside. No phone, no noise, just me and my breath. I breathe in for 4 steps. I breathe out for 6. I smile, not because I'm always happy, but because it tells my nervous system, we are safe. And here's a secret. Smiling while you walk activates your vagus nerve. It lowers stress, improves digestion, even boosts immunity. It's not just walking, it's healing. But there's one morning I'll never forget. I skipped my walk. I told myself I was too busy. By night, I felt stiff, restless, old. That's when I knew walking wasn't just an option, it was medicine. So I made a promise I've kept for 30 years, to walk, to breathe, to live. And that's why I'm 92, still strong, still sharp. Tomorrow, don't wait for motivation. Don't tell yourself you're too tired, too busy, too old. Put on your shoes, step outside, breathe in the morning air, and walk, because aging doesn't steal your strength. Neglect does. I'm 92, sharp, strong, still driving, still remembering every detail, and it all starts with one decision I make every morning, my breakfast. But it wasn't always this way. There was a time when I thought breakfast didn't matter. Toast, coffee, maybe a sugary pastry. Quick, convenient, and empty. By 10 a.m., I'd crash. My hands would shake, my mind would fog, names slipped away like smoke. I thought it was aging, but I was wrong. One morning, frustrated and forgetful, I asked my doctor, "Is this normal? Am I just getting old?" He didn't smile. He didn't comfort me. He just looked at me and said, "Your body isn't failing. You're failing it. You're starting your day with weakness." That sentence hit me like a bolt of lightning. Weakness. That's what I was feeding myself. So I changed everything. From that day on, I built a breakfast that didn't just fill me, it fueled me. I call it my brain and body breakfast. It's simple, but it's powerful. One boiled egg, nature's perfect protein, packed with choline, a nutrient your brain needs to stay sharp. A cup of Greek yogurt, rich in protein, calcium for strong bones, and probiotics to keep my gut healthy. A handful of walnuts. They look like tiny brains for a reason. Omega-3s that fight inflammation and protect memory. A few fresh blueberries. Tiny but mighty. Antioxidants that fight free radicals and keep your mind clear. But it's not just the food, it's the choice. Most people wake up and start their day with sugar, with empty carbs, with caffeine crashes. They think breakfast is a chore, something to get out of the way. But I know better. Breakfast is the first promise you make to your body. It's the first decision that decides the rest of your day. And here's the truth. Your body doesn't care about your age. It cares about how you feed it. Studies show that older adults who consume 25 to 30 grams of protein at breakfast maintain muscle, boost memory, and even reduce their risk of dementia. But that's just science. Let me tell you what I've lived. Within weeks of changing my breakfast, I felt it. My mind didn't fog. My hands didn't shake. I remembered names. I remembered faces. My energy didn't crash. I didn't need a second cup of coffee. And it's been this way for 30 years. Protein isn't just for bodybuilders. It's for anyone who wants to stay strong, steady, and sharp, especially after 60. Because after 60, your body isn't as good at absorbing protein. And without it, you lose muscle, you lose memory, you lose yourself. But I don't lose. Because every morning I choose strength. I choose clarity. I choose life. Some days I switch it up. Cottage cheese with flax seeds, a small piece of grilled chicken on sprouted toast. But the rule is always the same. Never skip protein. Because I know what it feels like to be weak, to be foggy, to be lost in your own mind. I never want to feel that way again. Tomorrow morning, before you grab a pastry, before you pour another cup of sugar into your coffee, stop. Ask yourself, am I feeding my hunger or am I fueling my life? Because the strongest health doesn't come from luck. It comes from quiet, simple choices, like what you put on your plate. I'm 92, and I've learned something most people never understand. Your mind is your greatest asset, or your greatest enemy. But I didn't always know this. In my 60s, I thought strength was all about the body. I focused on exercise, on diet, on keeping my body strong, but I ignored my mind, and it cost me. I remember the worst of it. I would wake up already tired. My thoughts were like a noisy crowd. Worries, regrets, endless what-ifs. Some nights I would stare at the ceiling, trapped in my own racing thoughts. I wasn't just losing sleep, I was losing myself. One night I went for a walk just to escape my own mind. The street was empty, the air was cold, and suddenly I heard something. Silence. Real silence. Not just around me, but inside me. And for the first time in years, I felt calm. That's when I realized, peace isn't something you find, it's something you create. So I made a choice. If I could quiet my mind in the middle of the night, then why not every morning? I call it mental tuning. Here's how it works. Before I let the world touch me, I touch my own mind. I sit in silence. I close my eyes. And I ask myself one question. What's one thing I can be grateful for right now? Sometimes it's something big. My health, my family. Other times it's something small. The warmth of sunlight, the sound of birds outside. But every morning I start with gratitude. Then I ask myself another question. What do I want to feel today? But it doesn't stop there. I go further. I ask myself one final question. Who can I help today? Because here's the truth. Nothing calms the mind like kindness. Nothing sharpens the mind like service. Sometimes it's a phone call to an old friend. Sometimes it's just holding the door for someone. But every day I find one way to make someone's life better. And every day it makes my own life clearer. Most people wake up and react. React to their phones, their emails, their worries. They let the world decide their mood. But not me. I decide. And here's what's incredible. Science backs this up. Studies show that starting your day with gratitude can rewire your brain for positivity. Visualizing calm can lower cortisol, your body's stress hormone. Acts of kindness boost dopamine, the brain's happiness chemical. But I don't need a study to tell me that. I've lived it. In the past 30 years, I haven't lost my memory. I haven't lost my focus. I haven't lost my peace. Not because I'm lucky, but because I train my mind the way others train their bodies. Every single morning, and you can too. So tomorrow, before you grab your phone, before you let the world touch you, take 3 minutes. Close your eyes. Ask yourself, what's one thing I can be grateful for? How do I want to feel today? Who can I help? 3 questions, 3 minutes. That's all it takes, because a quiet mind isn't just a happy mind. It's a strong mind, a sharp mind, a mind that can handle anything. At 92, I don't worry about losing my memory, losing my focus, or losing myself. Because I know the secret. Peace isn't something you wait for. It's something you create. And so can you. Most people die long before they're buried, but not me. I'm 92, strong, sharp, unstoppable. Not because I'm lucky, not because of some secret pill, but because of 5 simple choices I make every single day. And I've seen the other side. I've seen friends who lost their strength, lost their memory, lost themselves, all because they thought aging was an excuse. But it's not. Aging is a consequence of neglect. So I chose something different, and here's what I learned. Health doesn't disappear in one big moment. It slips away in the things you skip. It slips away when you wake up and rush, when you skip those 90 seconds of gentle movement that tell your body, we are alive. It slips away when you grab sugar and caffeine instead of that golden glass. Lemon, turmeric, black pepper, the drink that protects you from the inside out. It slips away when you sit instead of walking, when your legs weaken, your lungs shrink, your spirit fades. It slips away when you choose empty calories over protein, when you starve your muscles, starve your mind, starve your memory. And it slips away when you let the world control your mind, when you wake up to chaos, to stress, to noise, instead of 3 minutes of quiet strength. But here's the truth. Strength doesn't come back all at once. It returns the way it was lost, one choice at a time. So here's my question. What are you choosing? Are you choosing to wake up and survive? Or are you choosing to wake up and live? Because if you don't choose strength, life will choose weakness for you. If you don't take control of your mind, the world will do it for you. But you don't have to be 92 to start. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to start. Tomorrow morning, don't wake up and rush. Move. Breathe. Wake up like you mean it. Don't just grab coffee. Pour yourself something golden. Step outside. Walk. Not for exercise, one, but for healing. Choose protein. Choose clarity. Choose life. And before you touch your phone, touch your mind. Decide how you will feel today. Choose calm. Choose strength. Because health isn't a gift, it's a habit. And the strongest life isn't built in a day. It's built in quiet choices you make before the world even wakes up.